Hey guys, what's going on? This is Tarve here, and in this video we are not going to discuss anything super technical or discuss some kind of new technology, but we are just going to talk about things. So that's the reason I do not have my green screen here, so you do not see any kind of fancy shelves or fake plants and stuff like that. This is just my real room in the background. So yeah, this video we are going to talk specifically around roadmaps and all of the things around that. So a lot of people are confused about how to get started with coding or how to get better in a certain technology, and I get that. Like, most of the people just want to get started as soon as possible, and they want to follow the correct path given by experts, and that really makes sense. And they want to get their job and stuff. And in this video I'm specifically not going to talk about jobs, because I don't think I'm the best person to advise about getting a job, unlike all of the other people on YouTube. I know many of them claim to know how to get a job and stuff, but I'm not the person who is just going to advise you to get a job. I'm just only going to advise you about how to get better at a technology. Alright, so let's talk about roadmaps. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of people on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram share a lot of different roadmaps, right? A roadmap to become a web developer, roadmap to become a expert React.js developer, roadmap to become a full stack developer. A lot of different roadmaps, right? A lot of them have a lot of different steps. Some of them even have DSA. Some have a specific path to reach towards getting a job in that specific tech stack, and all of that is cool, right? So like, people who want to follow them, they follow them. I cannot say anything to them. But what I want to mention here is that if these roadmaps were so good, everyone would have a job now, right? Everyone would have a high paying job now. I will say that specifically. So what's the problem here is that if a roadmap specifically works for me, it won't necessarily work for you. So the path chosen by me will not necessarily work for you. It might work, it might not work. High chances are they might not work, because everyone has their own path. Like, if you look at it, you cannot just go ahead and copy someone's path and guarantee a success, right? Success is not guaranteed, and that's what I'm trying to say here. I'm not shaming any other content creator right here. I'm just saying that following roadmap doesn't guarantee you success. And let me tell you something. If there are 100% people looking at a roadmap, only like 30% of people will actually follow the roadmap, and that's the problem, right? And out of the 30%, I like only 10% people would get success from it. So the thing is, like, many people do not have the dedication to follow through the roadmap, and a lot of people who follow the roadmap in the end are devastated because they do not get the results they expected. The thing here is that a lot of people are fresh out of college. We have been thinking all of our college and our school life that if you achieve this step, you will get this outcome. So if you study for the test, you study this specific syllabus, you will get these specific marks. So if you study good, like 2 to 3 chapters, you will get easily 90 marks out of 100 in a test. That's what we have been known, but that doesn't necessarily apply in like the tech space or in the job market. And like, there might be some exceptions here, but I think that if your aim is getting a job, I think you should carve your own path, is what I'm trying to say. So if anything I say makes sense right now, what I would do is not follow any kind of roadmap. Just pick what interests you and working on it. And how I did it was, like, I chose a project big enough. That time my favorite project was Facebook. I wanted to make my own Facebook. I was a kid, 10-year-old kid, and I thought that Facebook is very fascinating. So I decided I want to make it. So I started doing PHP, and I started learning how to do authentication, how to do databases and stuff. So I didn't have a roadmap. I just had a goal in mind. Like, I just want to make this project, and I started to scramble on Google. That time we didn't even have Copilot or ChatGPT, right? It's like way back 10 years ago. So I just like YOLO'd it, just went ahead, searched for things I needed, and tried to implement it. It was difficult, but it was worth it, because I understand a lot of different concepts way better than a lot of people who simply just follow a roadmap, because they have a very limited exposure to the technology, right? They are told that, hey, first start with this step, then go to this step, then go to this step, but they do not know anything outside of this specific road, right? If you understand what I'm saying. Again, like, in a content creator's perspective, they probably just want to help you and they also want to fulfill their personal desires, like getting enough engagement and getting enough likes, shares, and stuff on video. That makes sense. I won't blame that any specific content creator here, because as content creators, it's our job to maintain good metrics on our social media platforms. So I won't necessarily blame them. What we need to do is like think outside of the box when we are learning a technology, and that will lead you to like learning different stuff. And one another problem with the roadmaps is like, if you're trying to learn a specific path, and if you even reach at the end, like if you create some kind, like if you have achieved all of those things in the roadmap, and let's say you got a job, then you are forced to think, right? They might have an issue which you need to solve, and you cannot figure it out because that's not something which your roadmap had, right? And roadmap, I think the roadmap system is very interlinked with tutorial hell. So if you don't know tutorial hell, it's like if you follow a tutorial and you make that project, but then you follow another tutorial, you make that project, but then you realize that you cannot make anything by yourself because you're just following tutorials, and it seems easy because you are just typing out what the person is saying on YouTube. And that applies to my videos as well. You might be looking at my videos and just copying and pasting it and thinking that you made this, but in reality you are not thinking, right? You are not using this part of your head. So I'm sorry for that, that's cringe. So in that specific situation, you are in a tutorial hell. That means that if you want to make anything, you need to rely on tutorials, and you cannot use your own mind to figure out what's wrong in your code, or to figure out what you actually need to do to solve a specific problem. I'm not talking about DSA here. I'm not a person good at DSA. In fact, I don't think DSA is for me. So if you're watching this in a DSA perspective, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about like basic development. Yeah, that's a lot of like interlinked with the roadmap situation. You are just like told to follow these specific steps, and you are just supposed to learn them, and there's no like personal exploration out of the roadmap. That's just my opinion. Like if you are like if a roadmap has specifically worked for you, kudos, congratulations. What I'm saying is that they never worked for me, and I think that there is a better way to learning. I'm not even talking about jobs here. uh, I'm not going to talk about getting a new job on this channel for a very long time, because I don't think I have the expertise to teach about it on this channel right now. So yeah, there might be some reasons that you are actually attracted toward roadmaps. Is that there might be some kind of hurry for you to get a job, like there might be some kind of financial situation at your household, and that's really understandable. If that's the case, like go ahead, like do the fastest thing possible to get a job. But what I'd say, like once you are in a job, what you should do is actually start exploring out of the road. So start exploring out of the roadmap. That way you will actually learn something, and you will actually upskill yourself, so that your opportunities increase in the future. So that's the best way to learn, in my opinion. Not just following roadmaps, carve your own roadmap. So in the process, if you think that you don't specifically like this technology, you would much rather use something else, so you can switch anytime in between. You have that clarity because you are actually exploring everything by yourself. You know all the pain points, you know all the benefits of that technologies, so you know what you are doing, right? Also, there can be a very fair argument made on this, like roadmaps are a very structured way to get you to learn a technology, which is true. People say that there should be structured learning and there should be intentional learning, instead of just uh, putting together pieces without even knowing what you are doing, which is partly true. You can also debate about it in my comment section if you want to. But what I'd say is like there is a lot of chances that you will get into tutorial hell, or you will just quit altogether, because you'll think that hey, everything looks so easy, but at the end of the day, when you want to have to make something, you are just stuck. You cannot build it because you just kept learning and didn't really implement it. Again, I'm not guaranteeing that anyone will get a job using my method, is like creating a project and stuff. What I am saying that is, it's probably going to increase your luck and increase your chances of getting a new job, because now you're going to have some projects to show, and now you have all like tinkered around with the technology to know enough about it and know a lot of about it, and now you're also interested to learn more about it, right? or you might be interested to learn some different technology now that you already have a very decent knowledge of this. I won't say expert, because like there's a lot of different stuff in a programming language, you can technically never be an expert on it. So yeah, I think this is the best way moving forward. I'm not guaranteeing a job. That's a big disclaimer. I don't want anyone in the comments saying that hey, you promised that you won't talk about jobs and now you're talking about jobs. That's because like mostly people just follow roadmaps because of jobs, right? I'm not going to offer anyone like, hey, you are going to get a guaranteed job, you are going to get this LPA package, you're going to get that LPA package. No, nothing about that. In this channel we only talk about how you can learn, at least for now. So yeah, that's it for this video. This video was very out of the blue. I just thought about it. I just saw a few roadmaps back to back on LinkedIn and I was like, okay, I need to probably make a video on this. Like, this is not my typical type of content. It's been a very long time since I have made such type of content on this channel, so please bear with me. And if you actually enjoy this, if you actually get some new insights from this, if you want to hear more from me, like just sitting on front of a camera and just ranting out, feel free to leave that in the comments below. Like, I really look forward to making more such videos, so that if those help you. So yeah, I would really appreciate if you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below on what you learned, or if you have something to debate upon, like if you think that what I'm saying is not correct, feel free to leave that in the comments below. Who knows, I might change my mind. I'm very open-minded to it. So yeah, okay, bye.